What's going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Toys, and today we are going to be checking out Conan from the Conan the Barbarian 5.5 Motu style figure line by Super 7. Now, I've been wanting to add this to the collection for a while, and finally I was able to find it on sale on Amazon, and super happy to finally add this to the collection. So let's go ahead and get started with the review. So this is the packaging for this particular line. It's the Motu style packaging, and you got here on top you have adult collectible, and then you have 14 plus. That's me, and then you have Conan the Barbarian with Conan below it, and then you got the figure, and it's a plastic bubble here in the middle, and then you got Super 7 logo down at the bottom. And so here on the card back you have flames in the background that's sprouting out. So you got the yellowish mixed in with a little bit of orange. It's kind of mixed in together. And then here on the outer side you got kind of like the black dark outline to it. Kind of brings out the fire a little bit here on the card back. And then on the back, you have Super 7 on the top right-hand corner, and then you got an illustration of Conan right there holding the sword, and then in the middle you have Conan the Barbarian, and then you got the cross cell there down below it, and it says collect them all. And then here at the bottom you have all the copyright information, and then here you have Conan, and then you have War Paint Conan, and then you got the Bloody War Paint Conan. So I have these two, but I'm in the process of looking to add this one. I was trying to get that when it was first initially released, but it sold out after a period of time, and I missed out on it. So I got to resort to the secondary market, and hopefully I'll be able to find it at a reasonable price. And once I'm able to get this in hand, I'll be able to do a review on it. So I got these two, so super excited to have those two in the collection. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this guy up and take a closer look at it. Alright, so we got Conan out of the packaging, and here's the accessory that he comes with. So I'll just take that out. So this is what Mattel should be doing. You know, he's not all tied down or anything, even though there are holes right there that shows that you can put the ties on it, but you could tell it hasn't been punched or anything. So I really do like that a lot. So it's easy to take out, and let's go ahead and take that out too. Alright, so with that taken care of, so here is Conan, and feels really nice, you know. So hopefully this yeah, so I do like that. We'll get to the articulation here in a little bit. So alright, so there is Conan with his accessory sword. So let's go ahead and move this guy out the way and take a look at the sword. So this is a very nice sword. So it's pretty much about I want to say about 90% accurate, if not almost that. Yeah, about 90% accurate. And I say that because on the blade, this design right here should go all the way up a little bit, and but other than that, it looks great. The design, the texturing of it is pretty much spot on, you know, with that little thing not going all the way up there. It should. It's from what I remember. And then here's the handle. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring Conan back out. Take a look. And so here is the figure in hand, and like I was saying earlier, it's really nice. So here's this necklace that he wears, and so it's pretty much representation, you know, of Arnold. So it looks like it's spot on for the most part. Got the chin, cheekbones, everything, the hair texturing. So the eyes look pretty good. So overall, the head sculpt looks good. Hair texturing. Then the pants. And then here is the boots. The wrist guards. But yeah. So let's go ahead and do the articulation. So the head just moves left and right, and then you got the arms all the way around, and then you got the waist, and then here, this is what I'm pretty impressed about. So here is the legs go all the way out. Now the Lymbery figure that I bought, his joints right here didn't do all that. I think one of them was stuck and the other one was kind of out a little bit. But Conan, for the most part, you can forwards and backwards, and then his articulation function works all very well. So you can go all the way out. So very impressed and happy about that. So let's go ahead and see if we can't fit his sword in his hand. Alright, so I was able to get his sword in his hand fairly easy, so it wasn't that difficult. So I did double check on the design of the sword just to make sure that I was saying the right thing. So I realized that they did make this sword the way they did to fit the He-Man style mold, but in reality the sword is about that long, but I think this part is a little bit more up to, like this whole piece right here, not just that design that I mentioned earlier, but this whole piece goes up a little bit higher. So it doesn't go all the way up, but it just goes up a little bit more higher. But it's fine, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, the sword is pretty much accurate, you know, for the most part. It's just that's just a little bit shorter than what it should be. So it should be a little bit longer, you know. That should be a little bit longer. But like I said, they made the sword to fit the He-Man style, so which is fine. All right, so we are going to do a couple of comparisons. So the first comparison we will do is the cartoon collection He-Man. Let's take this out and let He-Man hold his sword. So, of course, you know the cartoon collection is going to be a little bit taller, which is fine. So, I like that a lot. It's a nice comparison. In next comparison, we have the Ultimate Warrior from the WWE Eternia line. Motu, or whatever it's called. Yeah, WWD of Eternia. I think that's what it's called. Or Motu WWE. I can't remember. It's been so long. But I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, so this is the Ultimate Warrior that's supposed to represent the Barbarian He-Man. And so looks good next to Conan. Though he's a little bit taller. You know, he's not as squatty. But looks great. Then next up we've got Lymbery. So like I was saying, here his joints, you could tell it's stuck. It's not going to be flexible, even though it's the same mold and joint and everything. But yeah, you're gonna have to run hot water over it to kind of get it. You do the Van Damme splits like that Conan over there. But it's all good though. I'm not going to be posing them like that anyway, so just wanted to point that out. Yep, so he fits in the same lore, you know, as far as the 5.5 Motu style figures go. And last but not least, we have the vintage He-Man. So that looks great. They pretty much go in scale, same squat style and everything. So very happy about that. So you can literally, it's literally in scale. You can display Conan however you want to with whatever line you want to display him with, but he does fit well with the vintage stuff. It's like a true 5.5 inch figure. All right, so that is it for that review. So let me know in the comments below what you think of this figure. Do you like the style of this figure? And what do you think about that sword? Do you think it's pretty accurate for what they did for this particular scale and size? And don't forget, words to wisdom. Buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.